Hi guys, welcome to your Ancestor guidance readings for this week. I'm just doing an intro that I'm going to have at the beginning of each video so I don't have to repeat this 12 times for everyone, and then I can get everything in that I need and not forget for one sign and remember for another. So when we get into the Ancestor guidance, I actually have 4 decks. I have 3 Oracle decks and a Tarot deck that I'm going to use to tap into their energy, probably pulling out past life information about them to help you to connect with this ancestor. So because I'm saying ancestor energy, that can come in different ways. That can come in as someone that you recognize. Yes, I know this person. I knew them well. They've passed now and they're speaking to me from the other side. This could also come in as someone that you know now and who hasn't passed, and it's their higher self speaking to you, because that's also possible. It can also be your own higher self speaking to you in these readings. If you're getting information about the ancestor and it's not really recognizable to you at all, it could still be an ancestor that lived a lifetime quite a while ago that you're not aware of consciously in this lifetime. If the entire reading doesn't resonate for you at all, then I haven't tapped into an ancestor on any level for you. So that's what I have for you guys. We're going to look at the guidance that they have for you now and why. Why now? All right, thanks. Enjoy your readings. Hello Virgo, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So as the intro stated, we're getting into the ancestors, and I do want to, just from looking at some of the comments, I do believe that I did say like it could be an ancestor that's passed, one that you may not even really know much about or anything about them, or it could be an ancestor that's still alive and their higher self is talking to you, and it could even be yourself and it's your higher self talking to you. So just like keep all of that in mind as we get into it. Oh, this one is telling me to go backwards. Okay, so typically I've gone the Doggy Oracle, the Archetype deck, and then the Animal Oracle, and then the Tarot, the Good Tarot. But this one wants to start with the Tarot. Okay. This ancestor of Virgo is starting backwards, starting with the Tarot. Okay. Larry's chasing a carpenter ant. He's finding it fascinating. Okay. Let's see why this ancestor of Virgos wants to kind of go backwards. All right, we're starting with the High Priestess. Well, that's interesting. Wow. The Chariot, the Ten of Fire. Okay, right away, we're tapping into something here that really, honestly, to me, feels like someone who was maybe very witchy, a lifetime of spiritualism when spiritualism was probably not looked upon well. Like, it's just interesting to get both the High Priestess and like all this fire and like things being burned, and it's almost like needing to, wow, a bird just came into the feeder, a little nuthatcher. They haven't come in. I haven't really had birds there much since the weather got better. It's almost like things needing to be burned, like secrets needing to be hidden. This ancestor under the High Priestess, the Five of Fire. Yes, this person lived a life that was very there was conflict around it. There was conflict around their choices. They may have, I don't know, practiced like moon magic, done spell work. The Chariot. The King of Water is under the Chariot. And the Ten of Earth is under the Ten of Fire. Whoa. Oh, there's something coming in here though, like about, look at this, right? The Ten of Fire or Wands under the Ten of Pentacles. There's something coming in here about, I don't know if it's a father-like figure to this person. If it was a father-like figure to this person, if it was a mentor, it definitely feels like someone reaching out to them. Someone reaching out to some sort of spiritual. So, okay, the ancestor that's coming through for you had a very spiritual lifestyle. We'll say that. And it could definitely and did produce some sort of conflict around this person. I feel like they were spiritually connected to somebody here that was older than them. Whether that's a father, it has a bit of a fatherly feeling here. But I'm kind of feeling like something was destroyed in this person's life, and I'm feeling like fire. Like, honestly feels like the house burned down with this energy. It feels like the house burned down. So again, this is a funny way, right? I guess it's not really that funny to pull out who this ancestor is, but by working backwards. So I'm almost getting like a story in their life before I'm really getting to kind of see the elements of them and how they fit in this. I mean, except for the fact that we can see that this person was highly spiritual. There's something going on here about the Chariot and the King of Water. Like, they moved towards this person drew them in, and then the house burned down. It's a really, I want to say, unfortunate chain of events. It's like something that happened here. Oh, the Two of Fire is the only thing. Okay. Wow, this is weird. This is a wandering soul. This ancestor is a bit of a wandering soul. One of the things that I got actually before this Two of Fire came out and really sort of solidified it for me was I feel like this person kind of died young. And they may have died in a house fire here. I'm not sure how the King of Water is connected to that, but I feel it could have been a father. I wonder if the father's the one that's coming through, because this is the thing. There's two figures coming through in this reading, and maybe there are two energies here. Somebody lost someone. I'm feeling more and more like this High Priestess energy was lost in a fire, and then this fatherly like figure, he would like, because he's also much older, so it's just getting this feeling like this individual lived, towards a kind of an expected lifetime or duration of life. So I don't know if there's a sense of persecution that was around the High Priestess, this person that's depicted in the High Priestess card. All right, so, where I wanted to go with it is I feel like they're a wandering soul with the Two of Wands. And the fact that I feel like I'm picking something up here about them passing away early and possibly like kind of a traumatic way. And it's almost like the soul wasn't ready to go. Some sort of, and I'm going to be honest, like it does feel like arson or something like that. Like somebody burned down the house, the lodgings that they were staying in. And they died. I'm kind of getting, like the sense that this soul hasn't passed over. It's very much still around. So I'm also wondering if any of you have, what would I say? Like, how you hear stories of some people who always have like a ghost or something that follows them, or they always have paranormal experiences going on around them? If you do, I feel like it's this ancestor who still kind of like walks the earth. All right, so I'm going to put that there. So then the next one that I would do, if I follow this order, is the Divine Animal Oracle. All right. Oh, it went back in. I'm not sure. I feel like the High Priestess one is the one that's coming forward to talk to you. But the King of Water is kind of here too. Starfish, open to infinite possibilities. Antelope, life is speeding up. Fox Spirit, think on your feet. This person lived a busy life. Cow Spirit, the miracles are endless. Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. Deer Spirit, bring a gentle touch. I really honestly feel like this is the one coming through. This High Priestess, this, I do feel like a young woman who was somehow different. If this isn't somebody who, you know, at first it kind of felt like kind of witchy, like this immediately gave me the feeling of like kind of like burning at the stake or something being burned here, or things that have been written having to have been burned. But it could just be that there was something very unusual about her in the time period that she lived. People were, you know how people talk about things and they don't understand you know, somebody's lifestyle or how they are, and then they start to envelop fear in that and around it. It does kind of feel like that, but I do feel like this is a very powerful soul that's coming through in as your ancestral energy. And to be quite honest, like the cards that come out here are insanely positive. I feel like if this soul is still walking the earth, I feel like it's almost like they want to help their own ancestors fulfill their dreams. So that's actually kind of cool, that if you can relate in some way that you have some sort of paranormal experiences periodically, or others around you in the family do, or there's sort of stories like that, like if you see, even if you see orbs, anything paranormal, it's as if this energy is there to help you reach your dreams, because they couldn't. And I don't know why. They're sort of like in this purgatory, wandering soul. Wandering purgatory soul. So I want to say they have a message in this for you. Don't limit what you think could be possible for yourself. Your life is actually going to be picking up very quickly. You will need to make some quick decisions moving forward. It's almost going to seem like something like this is the energy that's coming in for you is really crazy. And it kind of makes me feel like you probably would need to have some sort of a spirit around you trying to help things happen, because the miracles are endless. And then make your dreams real, right? And be open to infinite possibilities. I mean, the cards that came out with this are so powerful. So there's really profound change, and like anything that you could almost think of achieving in your life, acquiring, doing, succeeding in, you could. And I feel like you're coming into a really lucky and fortunate cycle. Now, bring a gentle touch. That makes me feel like with this whole energy feels kind of gentle and free. I feel like this High Priestess wants to talk more. This energy is really, really soft. Whatever was burned of this person, like it didn't singe the soul, I'm hearing. It didn't even singe the soul. It's a very pure, enlightened body. Okay, but before I do that, I gotta keep unfolding this. Set healthy boundaries, take time out. Well, that's interesting. So that's the underlying. And maybe that's something that you've been doing. Maybe that's something that this energy didn't do. And they found themselves getting deeper and deeper into something that ended up being sort of like the death of them, the end of them. So take time out and set healthy boundaries. That's like the underlying of opening up to infinite possibilities. So once you've protected your energy, once you've possibly cleansed your energy and healed your energy from something, then that's a good time to really be able to do anything, because you're not carrying any energetic baggage with you. All right, what is the archetype deck of the wandering soul of this high priestess energy? This ancestor, who is this ancestor for Virgo? Who was this ancestor for Virgo? Oh my gosh. The Hermit. Oh, gossip. See, I'm telling you, there's something here about like being persecuted. Seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. Now let's look at the shadows though. I don't feel like the gossip was them. I really don't. And the high priestess is someone who will keep very big secrets. That's a secret energy. So I'm actually going to look at the light of the Hermit, which I did. Seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. The dark of the gossip, because look at how it's like they're looking at the Hermit. And Hermit's like, don't look at me. Don't talk about me, please. Thrives on the power of passing on private or secret information, betraying confidences. Now I'm wondering, I was picking it up, but it's weird. I was like picking it up intuitively, but I wasn't feeling it. And I was kind of like, was there something romantic between these two? You know, I described it as a fatherly figure, but maybe it should have been more accurate, like a mentor. And it doesn't even have to have been anything, even sexual between these two. It could have just been like a really deep respect and love for someone. And there's something really kind of cute away. It's almost like the high priestess was this sweet, innocent little fish that swam in the same waters as this king of water, right? But there's something about the two of them where she almost seems smaller than him, which is odd because the high priestess is a major arcana. The king of water is very significant, obviously, because it is pretty much as high as you can get in the court cards. So, but it's almost as if, so even like saying that, this is almost like the energy of someone who had very high spiritual status, like in the universe, but maybe not on earth in their lifetime, or it wasn't recognized. Like a lot of things that have value are really just not recognized in our world because our world is based on monetary. It's based on the concept that we've applied to a value of a piece of paper, right? And we all get hung up on that. But, there's, we're about to get invaded. We are. I saw the way you were looking. Are you going to do it? Yeah. But now you can't take over. Here, I can make space for you, baby. No, all right. Are you going to sit on sit on, that's okay. You sit there. So Larry has come in. Laurie. Hello, handsome Laurie. So Larry's come in. But yeah, I don't want to lose my frame of thought because this is interesting. I'm picking it up here. There's something between these two. It's beautiful. It's playful. It's almost like maybe even mentoring each other. But I feel like the King of Water has more of a physical presence, or did have more of a physical presence. Or status, maybe like some sort of status, because the high priestess is secretive, hidden. And then, but look at this. It's almost like, right? Because the high priestess, I feel like, is coming off as something that would have been hidden, would have been hiding. And then it's like their house burned down, or was burnt down. And look at what the Hermit is looking at, trying to hide. It's like the glow in their heart can't be hidden, but it's almost like they're trying to hide it. They're ashamed of it. And why? Because it's being used against them. Do you see that in the imagery? So like once I saw that, I thought, no, wait a second. What I was kind of like intuitively picking up, but I wasn't feeling it. So because I'm not feeling it, like I kind of feel like it probably was platonic between these two. But there was a lot of gossip around it. And the Hermit, which I feel like is the High Priestess, was almost made to feel ashamed of their heart or their feelings. What was that? Was that? Oh no, that's what came out. That's not the underline. That's a good spot. That's a good spot. Yeah. Are you finished with the carpenter ant? Are you? Mm-hmm. Okay. The underline. Oh, Judge, Addict, Queen. Oh. That's interesting because there's a king here, right? The King of Water. And to actually get a queen here. I can't help but think that this almost feels like spiritual high priestess, high priest sort of counterpart energy in this dynamic. But right now, Judge, that's like, well, let's make a rule on this. Let's make a calling. Let's look at this and let's be the judge. But look at, it's like the Queen is holding back the King's water. Like addicted to holding back the King's water. This also feels like something that unfolds in lifetimes in different ways. So the Judge is interesting, balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. See, that's because I'm picking up, there's some sort of different power dynamic in what I'm seeing in these cards. The High Priestess would have like a ton of spiritual and universal powers, where I feel like the King of Water had some sort of influence and status, right? Like even just looking at like the clothes that he's wearing and what he has on. And distribution of power, managing the fair distribution of power. So why is this guide, like I still have one more deck to pull out too. Why is this guide coming forward for you? I don't know, maybe it's like your own higher selves, the higher self of someone else coming through was possible, because the High Priestess is here. And actually the Hermit, which is really funny, right? Because there's an actual Hermit card in the archetype. So it could be you, Virgo. I don't know. If there's something that has been playing out for lifetimes for you in terms of trying to balance some sort of power struggle between what I would describe, because the King of Water is incredibly intuitive too. But he is somehow utilizing it more to his benefit in the 3D. Where I feel like the High Priestess, anything she had was burned down. And it almost becomes this perpetual cycle where the actual queen of this king is just almost becomes addicted to trying to keep him away, or trying to keep that away, because there's like negative talk. But she can't, or he, they can't hide their heart. Like it glows beyond. They can't hide it, which is funny. Okay, one last, until we get into your message. So this is the doggies. Oh, don't look at this, Laurie. So sorry, it's doggies. This is the doggies. What are we going to do here? I want to see like emotions in this. Oh my God, vulnerability, pride and worry. Vulnerability, pride and worry. again, it's like two energies are coming through, like the High Priestess and the King of Water. I feel like the vulnerability is the High Priestess. I feel like this is the King of Water and the worry, which is weird. So I almost wonder too if some of you are like the King of Water in this reading, or some of you are the High Priestess in this reading. Because this almost feels like the King of Water is like proud of this connection or these feelings, but worried because like the High Priestess energy is vulnerable in it. I really don't know where these are going to go. What's at the bottom? Okay, what's at the bottom of this? Determination. Determination. Wow. So it almost feels like, too, like persecuted love. Like if you've lived lifetimes where, I don't know, you could never connect with someone because it was always in some fashion. It always found a way to come around to be persecuted. Or like talked about. Yeah. So what's the guidance? And I'm not even sure. I think it's coming from the High Priestess. But let's see. Oh my God. You have Angel of New Life. And these are like twins. Look. This is totally Virgo. This is turned into some sort of like higher level soul connection reading here. Angel of New Life, Sandalphone. And I always get from this card like sort of like spiritual twins, soul twins. Well, we don't need the rest of those cards, but we will take, oh, the Angel of Heralds and the Angel of Dreams. Heralding a new dream. The call of a new dream. Well, I guess I'll clean that up later. So, okay, this is part of your guidance. Oh, sorry, Larry. Angel of New Life, like new beginnings too, new opportunity. Yeah, this is like the story of a high level spiritual connection between two people. And I want to say too that I feel like in some capacity that if this is something that's gone on in lifetimes, that there has been times where one was literally like a father to the other. Like all of those dynamics will be changed. But it still's not taking away from me this whole like persecution thing. Like there'd be something about this High Priestess energy. So I want to say if there was a lifetime where these two souls, one was a father and one was a daughter to the other, then I want to say that the mother of the daughter of this, let's just say High Priestess, there would have been something very controversial about her, or something would have changed. Like if that was a partner to the King of Wands, something would have changed in society's eyes about that person. And I'm just getting like they passed away. And so then the energy of that persecution gets redirected to the daughter. Even though the King of Wands still feels like, or King of, I don't know why I keep calling it the King of Wands. The King of Water. I think that's why they both start with W, but it's usually cups. So the King of Water still has this status. Yeah, it's odd energy. An interesting story. Well, the Cups of Four, the Four of Cups. Well, that's really funny because this feels like something that's never been fulfilled. The Page of Coins. The Death card. Angel of New Life, though. So that's interesting, right? Because you have the Death card and the Angel of New Life. So a rebirth. The Moon is sitting with the Cups of Four. The Ten of Cups is sitting with the Page of Coins. And the Five of Coins is sitting with the Death card. No way, you got a butterfly in this again. Butterflies and moths keep coming out in these readings as like indicators of something, like watch for them. And I don't know in what capacity, like someone could walk by with a shirt with a butterfly or a moth on it. And it's like some sort of confirmation or indication to you. I really, honestly, I feel like there's just some sort of new beginning here that's about to happen for you at a time where it feels like there's very little. Because underneath that Death card is the Five of Coins. So there's the energy right there of feeling sort of persecuted, on the outside looking in. I just gotta say that I feel like the guidance in this reading for you is sort of like a heads up that you're about to have a new beginning. And we're talking about this, I guess, high level soulmate energy. I don't know if you're about to meet that soulmate, if you're about to re-encounter that soulmate, or how that's going to happen for you. But I feel like, well, I don't know. I'm going to tell you, I don't know where it goes. Because the Ten of Cups is then preceded by the Five of Coins. The Knight of Coins is at the bottom. The Knight of Pentacles. Shit about to get real. But it's like slow reel. A slow reel. Sounds like a slow movie. I want to know what went down between the High Priestess and the King of Water in the last lifetime. I feel like they've done many lifetimes together. Oh, Lily is at her window on duty. I was about to say Lindsay. So I don't know if that meant for somebody. Okay, the High Priestess and the King of Water. What went down between them in the last lifetime? What cards are hitting you, Laurie? The nerve of those cards. The Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Wands, the Magician, and the Tower. Holy crap. It felt like circumstances changed. And they changed for the better. Because you get like victory here. Things are really, really good. And then starting to manifest, but it's a tower. Right? And I don't know if it's like that's... It's almost got sort of a sad... Because what I'm seeing like somebody who, let's say has been dealing with something really, really difficult. And I feel like this difficulty is likely, you know, I don't know. This person walks into town and everybody's talking about them. And then... But it's as if they walk into town and something has shifted or changed, or this person is under the impression that everything is okay. But then they go back to, something goes down here that's not good. Like something goes down here that's not good. And it's interesting that the Tower comes in as the last card too. It's almost like everything starts to feel good. Something's about to be manifested. And then what happened? Like something falls away. Something was unattained. It just feels like that. It was unattained again. The Three of Wands, next lifetime. Next lifetime we'll get it. Okay, Angel of New Life is your guidance The Ace of Swords, yes. It's almost like just a confirmation. The Four of Cups and the Moon. The Nine of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. That has a feeling of, because I honestly feel like if I'm picking up any queens in this reading, I feel like the queens represent possibly competitive energies in regards to the King of Water, because there's anxiety here with that, with the Nine of Swords. The Page of Coins and the Ten of Cups. It almost has a feeling too of like a love child that's created. I feel like I'm reading a soap opera. You got the Three of Cups, the Seven of Cups, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. There's something on the horizon here for you guys. There really is. If you're holding yourselves back, I feel like you're holding back some sort of opportunity to correct something that's not been able to be successfully played out in other lifetimes. But there's definitely something coming in. What it is, I feel like you're likely very unsure of, and you probably won't recognize it until you're in the middle of it. But this is a brand new beginning. It's just uncanny that you have the Death card and the new life, the Angel of New Life. The Death card and the Five of Coins. I want to say too, I feel like though, with that sitting under the Death card, it's as if some sort of period of isolation or being excluded from, it just feels so much like, you know, I'm not into that twin flame shit. I just wish there was something not so gimmicky and commercialized to describe like what that is. It's definitely a union of souls. The Strength card, the Eight of Swords, and the World. This is like holding back, being no longer, it's ending something where someone has been held back and blinded, or held back. Yeah. There's some sort of like insight and clarity on a new beginning here. So that's like your God. So why now? I haven't asked that. This is one of those readings where, yeah, I could just keep the Page of Wands. So there's possible communication. Why now? Right, Larry? Let's see. Why now? What makes now different than any other time? And I want to say, because I feel like this is something that has gone on for lifetimes. I'm getting like all these things in my head, like that are coming in with this. I'm getting different relationship dynamics that have been like persecuted. I'm actually seeing, and she actually came up in one of the readings too. It wasn't like the full embodiment of her. There was a lot of other elements that added to it, but part of one of her character, or a few of her characteristics were incorporated. I think it was in the Taurus reading. It was Marilyn Monroe. There's a bit of a Marilyn Monroe and John Kennedy energy to this. It's kind of like that, you know, like it's, but I think they at least came together, but it was like something that was persecuted, right? And at the end of the day, she was, yeah, I'm hearing like the Candle in the Wind, which I think Elton John, didn't he write that song? Yeah. Norma Jean, yeah. Why now? So why is this now? And it's funny, like all the cards were on the floor. The angels have just like spilt on the floor. Why now? The Ace of Swords, clarity. The Ten of Coins, prosperity. The Knight of Cups, romance. The Nine of Cups, happiness and wish fulfillment. That's why now. Virgo, this is like, this reading feels really, really good for you. Very good. Temperance. Y'all wait and see. It's like, y'all wait and see. The female cardinal just came in. I think you bring the birds, Larry. All the birds are coming in now. Or maybe you just don't sit here enough to see them. There's something interesting about this card that I want to pull on. He looks in this temperance like very vulnerable. Very vulnerable. There could be something going on here too about somebody being determined to not let pride get in the way and be vulnerable. Because that looks vulnerable. I mean, he's like naked and barely able to cover himself with the vessels that he pours the water in and out of, biding one's time. I'm going to go do your extended. In the extended, I'm going to look at what the guidance is for you further into the future. And I mean, the guidance that you have here now is kind of like, I feel like you're going to be moving towards some sort of clarity, or if you feel like you've gained some sort of clarity in this reading, you're supposed to do something with it. What that is, I don't know. All your lives are a little bit different. So, but again, and like, why now? You got the Ace of Swords. You got the Ace of Swords. 10 of Coins, Knight of Cups, 9 of Cups. It's just, oh my God. This 10 of Pentacles, did I say 10 of Cups? 10 of Coins, 10 of Pentacles. This 10 of Pentacles has all the beautiful energy behind it. Where this 10 of Pentacles like burned down. All right, so now we're gonna go do the extended, right, Larry? All right. Until next time, Virgo, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.